Hi, my name is Moshe Khanan, and I'm really excited to share with you this idea that occurred to me a little while back around gratitude. I'm Baruch Hashem. I'm doing life coaching. I'm working with people. I myself have been doing a lot of work and continue to do just self development work always. And in my journey of recovery from alcohol and drug addiction, one of the things that I was taught to do is do a daily gratitude list. And on this list, I would write things I am grateful for: my health, my God, my Rebbe, my family, my wife, my kids, and I would list a thing, make a list of anywhere between 10 and 20 things. And that would be a practice of, of gratitude because the saying goes is that a grateful alcoholic will not drink. So I would do gratitude lists. And in this practice, I was also taught at a certain point, like, maybe instead of just listing a whole bunch of things, what about thinking about one thing at a time? I'm grateful for my wife because of how much she loves me and because of, all the things she does for me. So basically taking, instead of 20 things, do like three things. And from those three things, just write in length why it is or what it is about that I'm grateful. Recently, I discovered a whole new dimension to a gratitude practice. Gratitude practice, in the way it is traditionally done and the way it was presented to me and the way I practiced, was one where I am reporting on something that already exists. So I am grateful for my health, my God, my Rebbe, my wife, my kids. I'm grateful for, and I reflect on things that I already have that already exist. And I report on that and I write it out and I acknowledge it. And that's amazing because that informs and that shapes my day, especially if I do it as early as possible in the day. Now, we can all agree that when somebody is grateful, when somebody is feeling grateful, when somebody is being grateful, it contributes to their environment. When I'm being grateful, even when I'm not feeling grateful, but when I express gratitude for somebody, whether it's opening up the door or doing, whatever it is that they may be doing, when I acknowledge them and I say, thank you for doing so and so, I enhance positivity in that environment. Um, Additionally, not only is it a contribution to the person that I'm speaking to because I'm speaking to them, but when I am feeling grateful, when I'm in a grateful state, everyone in my environment, whether they are listening to what I'm saying or not, or I'm saying something to them directly or not, they get to have a more enhanced positive experience simply because there's an additional person in the room who is grateful. So, in a certain percentage, whether it's conscious or unconscious, on an energetic level, to say the least, I am contributing to the environment in a positive way because I'm being grateful. So, we can look at, I want to divert for a second and just look at the word love and the way the world generally defines it. And there's one definition of love which has been very resonant to me, especially recently. Some people look at love as a feeling that you feel for somebody, for a thing, for yourself, but it's a feeling that you feel. Another one is, and this is the one that I've been very resonant with recently, it's been very helpful for me, is love is a commitment, which means when I get married, when I have children, I make a commitment to loving this person no matter what. Even if I'm not feeling loving, I am committing to being loving. I am committed to continuously do the things that I would do as somebody who loves somebody else, whether in the moment I'm feeling the love or not. So if there are things that what do people do when they love each other? Well, they tell them they love them. They show them they love them. They do acts of service. They compliment. the 5 love languages. There's all different ways of how people express love. So what I love, I'm committing to loving, which means that I'm going to love the person. I'm going to give in a loving way, and I'm going to do acts of love no matter what I'm feeling. So love is a commitment. So we can look at love as something I'm feeling, or something that I'm being. What I mean is, I'm going to, no matter what I'm feeling, I'm still going to be the source of love, which means I'm going to do an act of love, which means love is still going to be manufactured for me. It's still going to be produced for me, even if I'm not necessarily feeling it at the time. We can also use gratitude in the same way. People think, or the only way I could really write a gratitude list or I can have a gratitude practice is if I have things that I can reflect on and be grateful for. But what if we used gratitude as a commitment and as a declaration that, just like I contribute to people, I'm always contributing to the world. I'm always contributing, no matter what. My existence is a contribution to the makeup of this world. So the question is, in what way? Meaning, there are 3 tools of which, when I use these tools, whatever it is that these tools are being used to create, which they're always being used to create, they're going to contribute to the world in that way. And those are my thoughts, my speech, and action. And we see this all in Chassidus, Machshava, Dibur, and Maaseh. If you want, you can look up the Maimer, which is by Yishlach Yeshua, and it gives a nice, a beautiful description of what these things are and how they're all in our capacity and ability to control. So if the way that I contribute to the world, consciously or unconsciously, is through my thoughts, through my speaking, and through my action, in an active way, of course, through my energy, etc., through my feelings. But what informs my feelings is my thoughts, my speech, and my actions. So what if I took this idea of gratitude and I were to say, I am going to be grateful, meaning I'm going to commit myself to produce acts, thoughts, and speech of gratitude. I'm going to be a presence of gratitude for somebody. Why? Because I love them. Because I love the person, I'm going to choose to be grateful for them, not as a report, but as a creation. Meaning, I am going to commit to speaking, thinking, and doing acts of gratitude. And I'm going to commit to be that type of person for that person as a gift to them. So one is more like, I'm grateful for that person, which is saying, oh, they contribute to my life in a certain way. So I'm feeling grateful, or I'm acknowledging that what they're offering me is something that I should or could be grateful for. But that's a passive, it's an active, but it's more passive than creative in when I compare the two. So when I think to myself, I am grateful for, what I'm saying is, I am committing myself right now to be a source of gratitude, to be a presence of gratitude for somebody as a gift because I love them. And some people may say, but I'm not feeling grateful at that time. How am I supposed to be grateful for somebody if I'm not feeling grateful at the time? Another way to look at it is, it's a declaration and a commitment at the same time. It's almost like taking a pole and a flag and sticking the flagpole into the ground and making a declaration that this is who I am, and this is who I'm going to be for this person. I am going to be grateful. I am grateful. Just like I would say, I am Moshe Dive, and this is who I am, meaning that's the name that you could refer to me to because that describes who I am. That's how you identify me. I am grateful for my wife. I stick the flag, and this is who I am. I'm not describing something that already exists. I am declaring something as a way of creating it. And I'm declaring it as putting my flag in the ground and saying, look, it's very possible that there are going to be some forces that are going to say, hey, what are you doing? This is not your territory. Like, who are you to take up the space of somebody who's grateful? Meaning these are all inner thoughts saying, hey, she did that, they did that. You know, you have reasons to be upset at them. How could you be grateful for them? But it's a commitment and it's a declaration. I am grateful for my work. I am grateful for my clients. I am grateful for my children. I'm grateful for my wife. I am grateful for my community. And I am grateful for you. Have a great day. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Maybe there's one more thing let's acknowledge, and that is when I am grateful for you and it affects you in a positive way, you thereby, consciously or unconsciously, your life is improved at least by a little bit. And when your life is improved by at least a little bit, the ripple effects goes on and on. So, I invite you, I implore you to try this practice. Even doing it once with one person. And try this. I am grateful for this person. Declare it as somebody who you are committing yourself to being for a certain amount of time, or even not a certain amount of time, just as a way of cultivating that within yourself. Yes, we don't do things perfectly. Am I always feeling grateful for the people that I love? No. But I can still commit myself to constantly cultivate. That's why it's a beautiful thing to make it as a practice, as a daily practice. I am committing myself to cultivate the idea of gratitude, the creative, the positive creativity in being grateful. And I do that through a practice of slowing down and paying attention to who do I want to love today? Who do I love? And who am I going to be grateful for? So it's almost like I'm doing something special. This is just another level, but I'm going to do something special in memory or in honor of somebody. Even if I'm not being grateful for them, in front of them, with them. Just like I can work, I'm serving clients, but I'm doing that for my clients and for me and for God and for my children. So I'm being of service for my children to my clients. So this is an idea. If you have any reflections or any questions, send them to me. And as always, if this was meaningful to you, please share it. And if you'd like to take this deeper or more personalized, please reach out and let's set up a session. Bye.